Welcome into the Soccer OG. I'm joining you just moments after watching the Concacaf Champions League. Tigres beating LAFC 2-1. First of all, congratulations to Tigres. If ever a team deserved to win this, it was them. This is their fourth final in 5 years. It eluded them, worked hard to get to this point, and it finally paid off. They got a great coach in Tuca Ferretti. They just got a good team. Hard not to respect and like what that club has accomplished. First class through and through. Felicidades a toda la gente que se apoyan a Tigres ahí en Monterrey. I'm happy for you. Now, I work for LAFC, as many of you may know. Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this week, building it up. It's frustrating because it was there for them, and it got away. They were the better team. Second half, they were doing all the play. And then a mistake allowed the equalizing a goal, and then there you have it. I'm very proud of what the club did. Look, I was hoping this would be a little different. One of the proud sponsors for LAFC is Coppola Wines. They have a wonderful sparkling white named Sophia, which I was going to crack open. It doesn't feel right to open it, so I'll save it for Christmas Eve because I'm trying to not drink any until Christmas Eve. Who doesn't drink on Christmas Eve? Well, not everyone. Anyway, let's move along. So it was disappointing that they were able to get that close, but incredible week. They beat León in the round of 16, and then, like everything else, the pandemic got a hold of it. And so the tournament was rescheduled, like the Champions League in Europe, in a bubble situation, all teams in the same venue, which was Orlando. Then LAFC knocked out Cruz Azul, one of the heavyweights in Mexico, knocked out Club America, maybe the biggest name in Mexico, and then narrowly lost to Tigres. An incredible job, which will get some respect for the league and this team in Mexico. But that is where I really come to you to discuss and the importance of MLS teams winning this competition, and by not winning it, how it perpetuates the image of this league. Now, in Mexico, where the game is king, and they dictate how the sport is viewed in the United States. Liga MX is the most popular league in the United States by a long shot. So down in Mexico, where it begins, they don't take the league seriously. And why should they? We've not won this tournament. So that's why this was so important for LAFC to rip through that door and finally win it, because it would have changed the narrative from that point forward. And now they'll have a reputation of, see, that league just can't get over the hump. We were right about them. That's what's going to be said. So it's essential that MLS wins this and then wins it again. I'll give you a little comparison. So the Champions League in Europe, for so many years, it was the heavyweights that would win it. And then one year in 1986, a Romanian club won it. And everyone's like, what? The Copa Libertadores in South America, the Champions League down there. For so many years, either a Brazilian, Argentine, or Uruguayan club won, and those three nations probably thought they were always going to win until 1979, Olimpia of Paraguay won it. The tournament changed from that point forward. 10 years later, a Colombian team won it, Atletico Nacional. Michael Jordan didn't win a championship. People were calling him this, that, and the other, and then he finally won it, and then he won 6 in a row. That's not exactly apples to apples, but you get my drift. What about the NFL? Remember, the NFC won the Super Bowl every year from 1985 to 1997. People said the AFC was never going to win it. John Elway finally won, and now the AFC is probably the dominant conference. So you got to be first, and then the rest will follow. That's why it's so important that everyone who supports an MLS club has to support the teams playing the CONCACAF Champions League. My social media, I don't get crazy engagement anymore. But this last week where we were pushing hard for this game, it was as good as it's ever been. Lots of likes, lots of retweets, lots of engagements. And one of the things that got people's attention, I said, if you're a fan of this league, you should be pulling for LAFC because this benefits everyone if LAFC wins it. Because we all get the respect from Mexico. And maybe the fans watching in the United States who are English speakers go, you know what? MLS is better. I'm going to be an LAFC fan or a Galaxy fan or a Sounders fan or a Columbus Crew fan. And see, that's how it changes. That's the audience we need for the sport to go through. It's not the expat English audience or European. It's the Mexican-American audience because it's a huge number. So a lot of Galaxy fans went at me, and I'm fine with it. I got thick skin. And they're like, no way would I pull for it. And I don't expect them to pull for LAFC. But if LAFC wins, they benefit. If the Galaxy was in that situation, I would hope they win. I wouldn't be screaming it all over the mountaintops on Twitter. If it was the Sounders or the Timbers, I would do the same. I'd keep quiet, but I'd be happy because it was important for the league. And I would say, great, now we can take on the Galaxy, the champions of North and Central America, and we can beat the champions of North and Central America. You see where I'm getting at? This has to happen at some point for the league to go over the top. In the meantime, put this back on ice, and next year, whether it's Columbus or Atlanta United or whomever else, I'll be pulling for you to get over the top. It's important for this league. And as we said, someone's got to be first. Be the first. Subscribe and then tell your friends to be the next.